1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2. Let's see here. All righty. Mic check. 1, 2. We go to there's that. There's that. All righty. Here we go. Get that all pulled up. There we go. And all right, mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. All righty. Let's see. Let's share this. See here. All righty. Today, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning mash. Hopefully, everybody's had a good evening. Everybody had a good night. I had a pretty fun night. I can only speak for myself. Want to give a big shout out to RGT podcast. I was on there yesterday with Big Cloud and Foxy Games UK. Foxy Games UK broke down some more specs on a PlayStation with PlayStation VR, things like that. Good to know PlayStation's making their VR, especially for me, because it's gonna not be as cumbersome. Best way to put it. Which, as technology advances with the VR, this is good news. I certainly hope they make it in the vein of Oculus. Oculus just isn't as cumbersome, it's lighter, and just stuff like that. So they'll add more to it. So this is good to know. So yeah, but good morning. Welcome. It is 9 a.m. on the East Coast. It is 6 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. So I know they're going to be mixed. They're going to be they're asleep. They should be. They ought to be sleeping. They ought to be ripping off the headboard, going to work. But shout out to everybody on the West Coast. I believe Vieira Tron is on the West Coast. Shout out to her. Shout out to Savage Jr. Also, big shout out to 60 Frames No Lag yesterday. Porter Rock sent out the Vine. I was able to get on there with Jay Barry. See, we missed J-Dub City. He had something pop up, so definitely thinking about him. Hopefully everything's okay. But I was on there. Big Cloud was on there all day gaming. He jumped on there. The Oracle himself, PlayStation Oracle all day is. Of course, we were on there with Porter Rock, cut it up with him. A couple other people jumped on. It was all fun and games. It was good. Porter Rock asked some questions. We answered them. And so, yeah, but you all go check that out. Also, give another shout out to Titanfall Princess. She invited me to be on her panel on Tuesday, and I've got to work Tuesday, but she's doing a podcast Tuesday. So I need you guys to go and sub to her. I believe she's going to be using StreamYard. She may not. I think she may be using StreamYard as well. So, but hopefully she goes ahead and she does that and brings you all some good, juicy information. So, yeah. But all right, with that said, let's get into it. I know why everybody's here, but I got to answer these Marvel and Sony questions first. These came down the pipeline first. And so they're first come, first serve. So first question is, it got an email. Somebody wanted to know about the Avengers Endgame, and it explains Steve Rogers and his time travel as far as when he went back and put everything back. Okay, so at the end of Avengers Endgame, it's a spoiler, after the Avengers saved the day, so to speak, Steve Rogers goes back in time to put everything back into the timeline so everything stays the same. But he stays in the past, and he lives with Peggy. So what has happened here, this has been explained by the directors and the writers, is what they said is there were two Steve Rogers. One was Captain America that we saw all the time, okay? He went into the ice. He came out of the ice at the end of the first Avenger, Captain America First Avenger movie, and it's 2011, I believe, when he comes out of the ice. Maybe it was 09, but I thought it was 11. He's told by Nick Fury, "You've been gone for 40, 50 years, whatever." And so that Steve Rogers is the one we see all the time. We don't get to see the other version of him that went back. There's a reason why they needed to explain why Peggy Carter was never on screen. So basically, he went back to live his life with Peggy Carter. So now, what they did and how they did it, the directors and the writers have all come out, talking about the Russo brothers and McFeely and the guy who wrote the Avengers movie came out and said, you guys, if you're comic book fans and you're a comic book fan of Captain America, you can write that story. And they said it sounds like a cool story for somebody else to tell. See what I'm saying? So, so you all can go ahead and write your own story. But there's a movie called Captain America Civil War where Peggy Carter dies. There is somebody at that funeral. Again, this has been confirmed by the director, so this is going to answer your question. There's somebody at that funeral named Rogers Stephenson. That's him. That's been confirmed. Now they don't show him. But maybe with the Infinity Gauntlet DVDs that are coming out, the 4K DVDs that are coming out, that set, it's a box set coming out. Maybe, just maybe, they put him in that. They say, okay, we're going to put you in this, even if it's for a brief second, you'll see. But we'll have to wait and see. But that explains that. Okay. Another question is, Craig, can you please explain the new Sony deal that they did with Marvel Disney? Just a little confused on what they're about to do. Okay. They did a couple of things here. When it comes to the movies, what they did was they got one more Spider-Man movie for Marvel to direct and produce. Okay, that's what they're going to do. So this allows Kevin Feige is going to produce it. So this is going to allow Kevin Feige to produce 3 Spider-Man movies, which is what he wanted to do. All right. The next thing it does is it keeps Peter Parker's name in the MCU. This was very important for continuity. All right, so now they can mention him on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They can mention him on What If. They can mention him in WandaVision, the TV show that's coming out. They can mention him on Moon Knight. They can mention him on all these shows that are coming, okay? They can mention Peter Parker's name. Doesn't mean you're going to see him. It just means you will be able to see Peter Parker. You will be able to they'll be able to say his name. They'll be able to say Peter Parker's name. They'll be able to mention his high school. All that stuff now stays in the MCU, the continuity. So the movie, that's done. Then he gets one more appearance. Okay, Marvel's going to direct him in one more movie. The appearance is him being in another Marvel movie. Now, he's not scheduled to be in anything in Phase 4. So this will be something in Phase 5 that comes up. Now, will it be the Young Avengers? Will it be West Coast Avengers? Will it be something else Marvel does? We'll have to wait and see, but it's done. Now, because Phase 4 is taking place over the next 2 years, Spider-Man won't be back till Phase 5. Okay, so now Sony is already starting to put together their Venomverse. Okay, they are in early production with Morbius, starring Jared Leto as Morbius. They're also going to shoot with Woody Harrelson and Tom Hardy the Venom Carnage movie. So we're going to see how that turns out. So again, Sony's moving ahead with that. They're moving ahead with Madam Web. Okay, they're going ahead and they're developing Spider-Man TV shows. So we're going to, which will have to be at least an hour long because Sony owns everything over 30 minutes. Marvel can do animation because animation only is under a half hour. Most cartoons are about 18 to 22 minutes long. They don't come close to 30 minutes. Now, this is without commercials. Without commercials, the animated TV shows, That's why you'll see Spider-Man, the cartoon, that is totally Marvel. Okay, as long as it stays under 30 minutes, Marvel controls it. As soon as it hits 30 minutes, literally 30 minutes and 1 second, Sony claims it as a short film. That's how that deal works. So, but let's see here. But let's see. Is there any more questions here about the MCU? I just want to go through to make sure. No, that was it. Wow, that was it. So, all right, now we'll move to some of the bigger questions of the day. Everybody wants to know the name, what this question is. First things first, shout out to everybody that's here. So shout out to Sam Ash, Raphael Christmas, Jay Barry. What's happening, Jay Barry? What is happening? Mr. Twister, Zora, XLN, Brigadier William Wilderbeest. What is happening there? What is happening? Andrew Wilk, what's happening? The almighty Spartan God. Hit that like button, people. It's early in the morning. Go ahead and get yourself a cup of coffee and hit it. Don't be scared, because now we're about to find out why everybody's here. Who is White ZADDY? Everybody wants to know who White ZADDY is. So let's just get into who White ZADDY is. Okay, so there's people in the community who go to White ZADDY for affirmation. They go to White ZADDY because they can't think for themselves. And because you can't think for yourself, you can't stand up 10 toes down. You will not be able to 10 toes down me. And because you can't 10 toes down me, because you need White ZADDY to justify and vindicate you because you're a little kid, you know, punks jump up to get beat down. I will knock you on your ass. Okay, so you know, who is White ZADDY? White ZADDY is the person that you guys are running to get affirmation on what you bought. White ZADDY's the one who tells you that your game is an 84, 85, even though you really love it. White ZADDY is the person who is telling you what the resolution is on the game so that you feel justified in buying what you bought. So who exactly is White ZADDY? Well, White ZADDY is Digital Foundry, because you all need White ZADDY's permission to say that things are good and bad. You need White ZADDY because you can't think for yourself. So who is White ZADDY? See, White ZADDY wants you to think for yourself. White ZADDY wants a divorce from your moist monkey ass, which you won't even do that. So White ZADDY is making a career on telling you what's good and what's bad. White ZADDY's telling you about the screen tearing because you can't see it yourself. White ZADDY's the one who is helping you, you know, spend your money because you don't feel you're not man enough to walk into the store and buy it yourself. You need to walk into the store and then run home and see what White ZADDY tells you to make sure it's okay. You, sir, are just a little bitch running to White ZADDY. You need affirmation from White ZADDY. But see, White ZADDY wants a divorce from you. White ZADDY needs you to leave them alone. So you all need to leave White ZADDY alone and start thinking for yourself and go 10 toes down for yourself. Do not try to come at me trying to tell me what, well, Digital Foundry said this and they, you know, I don't care about your White ZADDY. I don't care what the Metacritic score is on White ZADDY. I don't need to look to see what Metacritic says. I could care less what Metacritic says because I'm a grown man. I don't need White ZADDY's affirmation. I don't care if a game gets a 74 or an 88 or a 97, because if I don't like the game, it doesn't matter what the score is. But you all care about what White ZADDY says to you because you need the affirmation of White ZADDY. But you see, Craig does not need White ZADDY. Craig has divorced White ZADDY. I could care less what White ZADDY says. And as long as you care about what White ZADDY is talking about, you will never be able to go 10 toes down with me. Okay, and I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about, the BBB, the Butter Biscuit Brigade. Okay, they the ones who get up in the morning and they have to waddle out of bed because they're so moist. They can't even, they got to go into the bathroom first, squeeze themselves, give themselves a big old hug, and then go see what White ZADDY's talking about. Because see, White ZADDY's going to go ahead and break things down for them. White ZADDY's the one that told them that Anthem was going to run and look better on their version, and it does not. White ZADDY's the one who was shocked that when Titanfall 2 looked and ran better on the PlayStation. White ZADDY is the one who was in shock when what's the name of that horrible game that just came out? Wasteland 3 or something 3 just came out, and it looks and it runs better on the PlayStation Pro. They get upset because ZADDY tells them these things. They don't need ZADDY. As long as you go ahead and you like what you like, and you can go 10 toes down with that, you go 10 toes down with that. But since you can't do it, punks jump up to get beat down. You need to run the White ZADDY to get your affirmation. You need to run the White ZADDY to make you feel better. I am not here to make you feel better. I'm here to bust your cheeks. And if you don't like that, you don't need to be listening. So don't you ever mention White ZADDY to me. I could care less what White ZADDY says. So, you know, now I will throw White ZADDY up. I will say, hey, look, White ZADDY said that this game looks and runs better on the PlayStation. White ZADDY said this. That means that makes it true. I'm the one who told you what the GPU of the new PlayStation was going to be. Okay, that was already broken to you, but you did not believe that. You had to wait on White ZADDY to break it down for you. So that's just the way it is. So I'm the one that told you that Sony was looking to buy Insomniac Games months ago. And if you don't believe me, you can just hit up OBJ the Don, because I put that in chats many moons ago. But guess what? You didn't want to believe it. But then White ZADDY comes out and says, oh, guess what? They bought it. And you act like you're surprised. Why are you surprised when you were told this months ago? You know, so I just, you know, so go ahead and keep going to your White ZADDY. But again, White ZADDY, you know, because you don't know how to divorce him, and White ZADDY wants a divorce from you. You need to start standing 10 toes down for yourself. Stop running to White ZADDY to get your affirmation. Go ahead and do it on your own. I know you weren't capable of doing that, and I will help you do that. But you're going to start standing 10 toes down and get away from White ZADDY. White ZADDY wants a divorce from your stupid ass. White ZADDY does not care about you at all. White ZADDY doesn't know who you are, doesn't care what you think. You are just a moist ass simp is what you are. I'm talking about the Butter Biscuit Brigade, the BBB. So moist, it is unbelievable. They are more moist and soft than that little white thing that you hit its belly and it goes, That's what they sound like to me. They're like, well, you won't go over there and debate them. Well, I don't have to go and debate them. Talking to them is the equivalent of wiping shit off the bottom of my shoes. I do not need White ZADDY's affirmation. They need White ZADDY's affirmation. They are buck dancing and singing for massa. That's what they do. They want your money. They've got a business plan around buck dancing and cooning. And guess what? So they can go ahead and parade and suck the dick of White ZADDY. I will not be sucking the dick of White ZADDY. That is those moist ass simps doing that. That's who White ZADDY is. And now you know the rest of the story. So now let's move to something positive, which are the specs. The specs of the Xbox Scarlett, because I know that's why everybody's here. You all don't want me to talk about ZADDY. I don't want to talk about ZADDY, okay? So we're going to go ahead and talk about the specs, okay? And now, is everybody ready for the specs of the Scarlett? This is the breakdown. We are honoring D-Batch with these specs. I am the new D-Batch. I am the new tech guy. So I am honoring I am going to honor D-Batch, okay? And this is what it's for. D-Batch, you know, he's the one that told you that the Ryzen CPU was going to be in the Xbox X. He said that the 1080p, it had a 1080p 60 mode for the other, what's the name of the game? Assassin's Creed Origins. So we're going to continue with the great information that's given to us by D-Batch, okay? Because, hey, we're here to honor D-Batch. I'm the new D-Batch. I'm the new tech guy. D-Batch got his legs broken a few days ago, so it is what it is. So now we are going to talk about the specs. So let me go ahead and put my banners up here. Okay, so we will start with one of the most important things, which is the CPU. I am honored to report, in the honor of D-Batch, the CPU will be a Ryzen-based CPU. It is, did I do that wrong? There we go. Scarlet CPU will be a AMD Threadripper at 3.8 gigahertz. It will be a massive CPU jump for the Xbox Scarlett. It will be capable of hardware-based ray tracing like you've never seen. Okay, it will have great sound. This will also help push the Dolby sound. They will have true Dolby sound. They don't like this time. They have the Xbox X has a Dolby pass-through. Has Dolby pass-through. It does, so it's passive. This will be an active passive signal. So this is great news for Xbox Scarlett. This CPU is more powerful than the PlayStation 5, which I think is going to be between. I think it's going to be between 2.9 and 3.4. Now, that's according to White ZADDY, okay? This is according to White ZADDY, okay? So do not come to me. You go talk to White ZADDY. White ZADDY said that's what the PlayStation was going to be. And, of course, you all believe White ZADDY. You're not going to believe me. But I'm telling you right now, in the honor of D-Batch, I'm breaking right now at 9:20 Eastern Time, Scarlet CPU will be a Threadripper CPU by AMD. So shout out to Microsoft. They went in there with the big gun. They one of the richest companies in the world, and they really want to win next generation. They want to have the most powerful console. Their CPU, you all can look up a Threadripper, 8-core, 16 threads. They're monsters. Let me see if I can pull one up here on the screen here. Let's see that. Okay. So they're going to be putting, let's see here. Which one is it? Let's see here. The 1900X is what's going in. It's from my understanding. The 1900X Threadripper. This is the one they're going to have overwhelming power. Okay. So, so shout out to them. This is the 1900X. So, and this is what it looks like. It's called Threadripper. You can see right there. It apparently is, I don't know what this is down here, but it's 8 cores. Again, it's based on the 8-core technology and 16 threads. So how about them apples? I'd say that's a big win for them. And so shout out to them. So shout out to them. So let me look at the comment section, see if anybody has anything. You're not here to hear specs. It's on Xbox, so it's utter trash, Benny Boy. And it was trash. Image of this Mass Effect 4. No, it's not. I mean, I wish it was. It's not though. So let's see here. Yep, Threadripper in a console. Yeah, y'all just have to get used to it. So, you know, no, that Threadripper, I just showed you guys that Threadripper was under $300, and it's gonna drop in price. So, you know, Trump got that early preliminary deal with China done. So, but again, a 3.8 GPU or CPU. I'm sorry. So, anybody else got any questions about the Threadripper? So let's see here. Did anybody see fan base PS5 intro? No, did not. So, when is the next studio purchase for Sony? Should be next year. Should be next year. So, yeah, they're looking. They've been talking to Remedy and CD Projekt Red, so they may pull the trigger. Who knows? So they have exclusive green smoke. That's right. They do have the green smoke exclusive. Okay, so the next thing we will talk about is how much RAM it's going to have. And I am here to announce, I am proud to announce in the honor of D-Batch that the Xbox Scarlett will have 24 gigs of RAM. Okay, now some of this is going to be to use on the UI. Some of this is just standby RAM. But this is, again, massive. Okay, this is a massive win for the Xbox Scarlett. Again, it's going to be much more powerful than I thought it was. I'm here looking at the PS5 spec too, and this is just a much more powerful console. So 24 gigs of RAM. Now, RAM, I believe, means random access memory. So it is going to go ahead and be able to do this. It's going to just outperform everything around it. So 24 gigs of RAM, not this little bitty. I mean, I've been hearing things like 12 and 16 and all this kind of stuff. I am proud to announce that the Xbox Scarlett will have 24 gigs of RAM. And again, this is in honor of D-Batch because I am now Craig the Tech Guy. Okay, and since I'm Craig the Tech Guy, I have to break the news down for you. Okay, so we've got the Threadripper for the CPU, which is 3.8 gigahertz, and now we have 24 gigs of RAM. This is for the Xbox Scarlett. Okay, this is Xbox Scarlett. So it is what it is, guys. We're honoring D-Batch, who said that it was going to have Xbox S was going to have a Ryzen CPU. And he also, I believe, said that there was going to be a 1080p 60 mode for Assassin's Creed on the X. So we're honoring him by, and I appreciate you all being here. We're honoring D-Batch, who's hurt, by the way. I mean, he got his legs broke. We're honoring D-Batch by breaking the Scarlet news. So, so shout out to anybody who wants to jump on and talk about the specs. When I'm done with these specs, if anybody wants to jump on, just hit me up on the Twitter machine, direct message me, and I'll try to get you on for a little bit. Again, I'm not tailgating today because I don't have a ride over there because I'm having car issues. Everybody knows that. So does anybody have any questions about the RAM? So, yeah, shout out to D-Batch. I mean, we're thinking about him. So the Xbox chasing power again. That's right. So 16, no, they're 24 gigs of RAM, GDDR6. That's what they're gonna have. So 24 gigs of RAM. So 18 gigabyte for games, possibly XLN. Yeah, I mean, not all of this is going to be for gaming. They got to run everything on this. So let's see. You can't tell if I'm trolling or not. Well, again, I'm just giving out the information. And shout out to everybody here. Make sure you share this video. Get everybody in here. We're breaking down the specs, folks. So this is about as good as it's gonna get. So the only RAM you care about is Dodge. Okay. Okay. Oh well. So somebody said it's weaker than a Switch. So okay, that's fine. Does anybody have any RAM questions? So I guess not. So we'll move to the big news here. Let me go back to my banners here. Okay, so we will now talk about the bandwidth. Okay, the bandwidth of the Xbox Scarlett, which is massive, by the way. It will have 650 bandwidth. Okay. So they'll be able to download 4 and 8K textures with this bandwidth. And again, all the Xbox games that you see that are dynamic 4K, all of them that are dynamic 4K will run native 4K on the Xbox Scarlett. Okay, they will run native 4K on Xbox Scarlett. So do you look at like Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is dynamic 4K? It will now lock at native 4K on Xbox. I don't know what the FPS is. I don't know if it's 60, but it could be 4K 60, 4K native 60 on Xbox. So have to wait and see. If I don't know, I forgot what the FPS is on that game. So, but all the games that are that are locked. Okay, so they can't jailbreak the FPS if it's already 30. The 30 FPS is 30 FPS. What they will be able to do, however, is get the resolution, because there's more assets to deploy, up. Okay, so they'll deploy a higher. They'll be able to lock it. So, like again, Assassin's Creed Origins. I know that's an old game, but any game that has dynamic resolution on Xbox will lock at 4K. Okay. It will lock at 4K. Any game that's open frame rate on Xbox, any of them, I don't know, say there's a game that's, open frame and it's like 40 frames a second or 52 frames. It's something like that, goes up and down. It's a variable frame rate. It will lock at 60. So, but yeah, this is good news. So this is real good news. So, and so we'll come back to the comment section. So, so it sounds like a $2,000 comment. That don't cost no $2,000. So, let's see here. Are you reading from that past bin leak? No, I'm not. I've got my AMD source. Everybody knows who my AMD source is. These are the numbers he gave me. So, but says so Microsoft giving themselves a chubby over the Game Pass Ultimate, which includes a bit to rent on an Xbox. Okay, well, I didn't know that. Cool. So I did not know that. So what is going on? People in the chat, hit the like button, hit the share button. Just share this video out. Also, I got the Cash App activated. It's $CRAIGTECH. Again, $CRAIGTECH. I need to go ahead and get that little extra money so I can get my truck fixed, and I can also save up for that CPU. So that 5,700, I'm going to try to bounce that on out. So yeah. So here we go. And so now let's talk about the big one. Let's talk about the big one, okay? The GPU. Let me go ahead and switch this over. And so now let's talk about the GPU. This is what everybody wants to know about. What is the GPU going to be? Well, I am excited in the name of D-Batch and endowed with the knowledge by the Chinese Jesus himself. The Scarlet GPU will be Arcturus-based and hit 11.5 T-flops, okay? Again, Scarlet GPU will be Arcturus-based, 11.5 T-flops. So this is it. This is a monster. So you're looking at 3.8 gigahertz CPU. You're looking at 11.5 teraflops on the GPU. You're looking at 24 gigabytes of RAM, which is massive. You're looking at 650 on the bandwidth. Okay, so this is the GPU. This is going to be an Arcturus-based GPU. So shout out to everybody. Of course, everybody knows the PlayStation has Navi, okay, which is fine. But Arcturus is the next step up. Also, to throw in a Mass Effect reference, Arcturus is the place where the first travelers who went through the first mass relay outside of the Chiron-Pluto relay, they ended up in the Arcturus system. So shout out to this is them, I believe, giving a nod, and this is why I'm going to end up getting the Scarlet, okay? Because it's going to have Arcturus, and Arcturus is part of the Mass Effect lore. So now this is it. I'm definitely going to get this. I mean, anything this powerful is going to have to be bought. I've got to have it. It's like that song by Ed O.G. back in the day. You all are too young to remember. I got to have it. I got to have it. So, you know, but 11.5 T-flops, which is big news. Big news. Big news. So, and again, this is, shout out to D-Batch and shout out to the Chinese Jesus for endowing us and giving us the whole thing. It'll be water cooled, just like the Xbox X is, very quiet. All that's been taken care of. So, so 11.5 on the Arcturus. So, woo, that tastes good. So are there any questions about the 11.5? This is just, it's pretty much double what they have right now. They're roughly at 5.8 T-flops with the Xbox. They doubled the power. Okay, they doubled their GPU. So the X is not working. X did not give it to us. Yeah, there you go, Benny boy. Xbox didn't give it to us. Yeah, X did. So, you know, well, vapor cool, water cool, whatever you want to call it. Vapor is water, okay? So it's cool, okay? So, you know, so does anybody have any questions right now? I mean, they're not asking any questions about this. This is Scarlet. Again, you got a Threadripper in there, a 3.8 CPU, okay? 3.8 gigahertz, all right? That's good news. You got 24 gigabytes of RAM, all right? You got 650 on the bandwidth. You've got a Scarlet GPU, is an Arcturus-based 11.5 T-flop GPU. And now we go for the most important thing, okay? You go for the thing that everybody needs to know before you make that investment. The thing you need to know is how much is this going to cost? Okay, the Scarlet, I am proud to announce, shout out to Microsoft, they're going to take a hit on it, but they want to move the console. Scarlet will cost $350. That's how much it's going to cost. Scarlet will only cost you $350, okay, to go ahead and get it. So everybody shout out. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to leave Sony because you're not going to be able to stand up to a Threadripper. Once White ZADDY gets a hold of this, White ZADDY breaks this down, White ZADDY's going to have you all running because that's just who you are. You know, you got these moist ass sips and the BBB, the Butter Biscuit Brigade over there. They're going to be talking about this. They're not going to talk about the games that are coming out. White ZADDY does not care about the games that are coming out. All White ZADDY's going to care about is that Threadripper. And White ZADDY's going to constantly put out that there's a Threadripper, something PlayStation will not have. White ZADDY's going to put out the 24 gigabytes of RAM, something PlayStation will not have. White ZADDY's going to put out the fact that this is 11.5 T-flops, which is something the PlayStation is not going to have. It's going to probably be closer to 9.6 to 10. So, and White ZADDY's going to put out the 650 gigahertz or 650 bandwidth, and I believe the PlayStation is going to be close to like 583 or something like that. So again, this console is going to blow away the PS5, and a lot of people are going to be leaving PS5 to go play on this console. So again, it will cost $350. So you go ahead and start. Yeah, they're taking a hit on it. But you got to remember the Threadripper, the Threadripper they're dropping in there, it's right now, it's only like $260. And they're going to go ahead and that will come down next year. And they'll get it in bulk, you know, as this has already been talked about by guys like D-Batch and other people like Dealer. They're right. They get stuff in bulk, they get a price. So, you know, so it will cost $350. You know, to get this thing. So again, that's it. Those are your Scarlet specs. All right. I certainly hope that you all understand that. So, so it will cost $350. So, you know, it gets no better than that. So again, it will be, you know, yeah, people can laugh and joke about it, but it is what it is. Okay. This is, you know, we got guys out there. Look, we got guys, we got to honor D-Batch. We got to honor, you know, brothers like that, you know. So it is what it is. It will cost $350. And so this is good. And you know, the PlayStation will probably cost a little over $500. So, you know, so they can't come up here with the weaker console and then be more expensive. So it is what it is. This is the way it's going to be. So what's up, Ankara? I already have D's job. Okay, I already have his job. So, you know, they broke his legs over there, and so he's out of commission. I am here breaking down the Scarlet specs. So, you know, you know, yeah. So, you know, if you're going to be making games, you got to put them on the Scarlet. You know, that's where you're going to go. I mean, so, all right. Are there any questions? Are there any questions or comments before we start getting out of here? Let me. So if you want to know what Arcturus is going to, Arcturus is a beast. So isn't that what you kids say? It's a beast. So, I know my drivers are up to date, but I will look at them again. Okay. Hey, what's up, Ice Queen? How you doing there, young lady? Good afternoon, I should say. So again, you know, so Mr. Twister's gonna cancel his PS5 order. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. So, but so yeah, we're trying to figure it out. So yeah. So Ice Queen, what is your favorite breakfast meal? I personally like a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. So yeah, all you people doubting Phil Spencer, and I'm gonna put these specs on Twitter so that everybody knows what they are, and everybody you all can just get mad and, you know, be it whatever. So you were the wind up merchant. So yeah, people can cancel their pre-orders. Price prediction, it's up there. It's $350. You know, I was told it's going to be $350. So it's totally up to you guys if you want it. I mean, like I said, shout out. I'm trying to get that Cash App going. Anybody want to donate to the Cash App this morning? Please go ahead. It's $CRAIGTECH. You know, so the more the merrier. So yeah, I'm also thank goodness. I mean, I'm also going to try to head over to the mall tomorrow to look at the look at some T-shirts. So you have toast and a cup of coffee with milk. Okay, cool. Well, hold on. All right, sorry. So yeah, it costs $3.50. That is it. Yeah, that's like the lot that's monster wanted $3.50. So you all can trade in. What's $3.50? $3.50. That shit's gonna be $350. so yeah, that goddamn lot that's monster wanted $3.50 too. So yeah, that is true. So yeah, see, I'm a bacon, egg, and cheese man, and I need some syrup. Okay, I need some syrup. So, so today is PSVR's 3rd birthday. Well, happy birthday, PSVR. So you just woke up. Okay, all right, yeah, that's cool. That is cool. I understand why. You don't have to. You're good. You don't have to explain why. So it will cost $3.50. So yeah, I mean, we've been here about 40 minutes. I'll be here for another few minutes. So any questions on the Scarlet specs? Okay. Any question on the Scarlet specs? So just asking. So I'm just asking now. So Ice Queen's about to play Destiny 2. There you go. There you go. The Destiny 2 has a story, right? And that's the one with the story. So how's the story for Destiny 2? And are you all going to buy? I mean, look, you got Call of Duty coming out in a couple weeks. You got Death Stranding coming out in a few more weeks. So who's getting Death Stranding? I'm getting it day and day. So first day it comes out, bam, I'm getting it. So but it will cost $3.50. So let me put some more of the specs back up there for people who may not know what it's going to have. If you came in late, we already did the Scarlet specs. So there we go. And this is in honor of D-Batch. We're gonna, all this is in honor of D-Batch. So he's the original tech guy, and he got his legs broken. So here we go. It's so the Scarlet CPU will have a Threadripper at 3.8 gigs. Zora's gonna get it day one. The Coon canceled his The Last of Us 2 pre-order for the Scarlet. I don't blame you. So who wants to play The Last of Us, and when you can be playing on something that's going to have a Threadripper? So yesterday was your birthday. Oh yeah, well I know the feeling. I know the feeling. But you were in a beautiful country. So you got to tell us how the ladies are like, though. You got to hook a brother up when I come over there. So, but yeah, definitely waiting on Death Stranding. Yeah, I'm excited about that. So Scarlet will have, it'll actually be. And now they don't have a final design for the Scarlet yet. So it's going to be heavy, though. I mean, the Xbox is heavy. The Xbox X. If you picked one up, my God, it's heavy as hell. So you're halfway through. Donna says she's halfway through, and she's power level 802 on your Hunter. Wow. You're waiting on a review of Death Stranding. Oh, well, see, you waiting on White ZADDY then, Hans Peter. All right, yeah, you just go get it yourself and do your own review. But I understand you guys definitely love White ZADDY. It is what it is. So you already pre-ordered The Last of Us 2 and Death Stranding. Yeah, so have I. Yeah, I'm ready. So Josh Saul says, is it more powerful than the PS5? Again, it's got a CPU Threadripper, so I'd say that's going to be, I mean, it's still based on the 8 cores, but it's a Threadripper. It's going to have a higher gigahertz. So let's see here. I'm getting Death Stranding on PSN day and date. There you go. So you never got the Ellie edition. Yeah, shout out to everybody who got, look, all I can do is hope they put out more Ellie editions. I got the special edition. So I guess they had the Ellie, they had the collectors, and they had the special. So I got the special edition. So you had that, yeah, I read that one. Destiny sucks. I haven't played Destiny in years. I have not played it. So Don just reached power level 862. Wow. So Don, you ought to stream that on your PlayStation, hopefully. Hopefully one day you feel up to it. We can all watch it. Of course, I'll ask you if this is Mass Effect. So what's going on, Triple J? I guess Scarlett will have 24 gigs of RAM. Now, not all that is dedicated for gaming. So I say anywhere from 18 to 20, 18 will be dedicated for gaming. It's just my guess. So so you get bored with Destiny 2. Wasn't a fan of it anyway. All right, well, that was so your Warlock is 913. The grind is getting bad. Okay, damn. Oh, you can't stream on your PlayStation. All right, well, that's understandable too. Hopefully, you get better internet. I'm lucky where I'm at. You know, I'm gonna hate to move next year. It's already getting cold. I went to this. You know, I did my morning walk, and it was like 47 degrees outside. So, so the PS5 and Scarlet specs are about the exact same. No. I don't know the final spec mark of the PS5 yet. I've got some preliminary specs right here, and again, based on White ZADDY, the CPU on the new PlayStation is 3.2 to 3.4. So that's ZADDY. Okay, don't at me. Okay, I'm not for sure. I'm still waiting to hear from Lou Wafa on that one. So I have to wait and see. So you saw ice this morning, like, damn, yeah. Well, we pretty much, unless it gets warm one more time, which I don't know if it's supposed to. Like, it's supposed to get up to like 71 here where I'm at. It's perfect tailgating weather. I can't go. Because normally this time I would be out there drinking. But I'm not. I'm here drinking with you all. Your ISP won't let you. Oh, that sucks. The Almighty Spartan guy. I hit 1,100 subs. I have not checked. Thank you. I have not checked. Thank you all for subbing. Okay. Thank you all for subbing. So wow, I did not know that. So I did reapply for Super Chat because nobody seems to like using the Cash App. So, so PS5 is just a Pro with a kind of better CPU. Well, it's got a lot better CPU. Again, the big improvements are going to be on the CPU side. So, I'm going to sell your PC for Scarlett. Yeah, I'm definitely going to sell mine too. So don't feel bad. So, yes, happy birthday to the PSVR. JD33, what is happening, brother? What's happening? I got a new number. I have to contact you on, if you've been calling my cell, I've not had my cell phone since the beginning of summer. But I'm getting it activated on Friday. Shout out to Ash and Luca. Tell her I'm getting a brand new cell phone on Friday, and it's going to be able to run apps. because I'm gonna have to take Uber and Lyft because my trucks broke down. So the D-back subs coming to the new tech. Possibly. I mean, I want all of them. Yes, gimme. Because I got to start breaking down the tech news. So yeah. So let's see here. It's got Scarlett will have 650 bandwidth. I'm just putting this back up again. I'm kind of reviewing because there's some new people here. So I need your number again, JD. Just hit me on Twitter. I'll call you. So just hit me on Twitter. So so what's up, Dark Side Havoc? How you doing? So so I did not know I hit that many subs. Wow. So everybody knows who my source is over there. So you know. So no, these are not D-Batch's specs. These specs came to me. I'm the new tech guy. So I'll be doing some tech breakdown. That's why I asked you guys, what do you want to see me break down? I'm going to go up to Best Buy, hopefully tomorrow. And, well, not tomorrow. It's going to have to be Wednesday and start looking at their TV so I can do a 4K TV breakdown. So, you know, so you think you'll see more PS5 spec rumors around DEC? What is DEC? So, so, and the big news was this guy was the GPU will be based on Arcturus and will be 11.5 T-flops. So, Oh, I thought it was the initials for something else. I'm sorry. It is December. You supposed to put a period behind that. So yeah. But yeah. But those are your specs for the Scarlett. So, you know, so it is what it is. You know, I didn't see my man Porter Rock pop in. I saw Jay Barry. So Jay Barry, you got any questions? So did D also hand over his AMD stock? No, I don't think so. No. I mean, my stock is actually not doing bad. Let's see what it closed at yesterday. Let me go here. I mean, hopefully you guys bought it when it was in the 20s. Remember, I said buy their stock while it's in the 20s. Let's see, AMD stock. Let's see here. Yeah. It closed at $29.75. Not bad. So it's up 4.83%. Yeah, perfect. So perfect. So, and hedge funds are starting to get bullish on them. So okay. Well, wow. This is something that I will I'll share with you guys. This is stock related, but this is a good sign if you're Sony. So let me go here. Make that there. This is if you follow stocks. PlayStation 5's expected demand is prompted AM to upgrade them, and so all of a sudden all this money start coming in. So it says here that I'll just read the headline. This comes from let's see here. Man, what screen is it? Okay, so it says Advanced Micro Devices, better known as its gangster name AMD, gets a out of the gate thumbs up from CRAIGTECH Securities, which initially covered. God dog, what is that? Okay, which initiated coverage on the stock with a buy recommendation and a 1-year price target of $35. Amid what it sees as a promising upside related to Sony's upcoming PS5 release. So again, that's from here. That's not me console warring or warmongering, or you would call it fear mongering or being negative. This is an actual stock analyst prediction. Okay, so PS5 is driving this upgrade for AMD, not Xbox. Even though Xbox is going to be more powerful, So, I'm saying it. I've got the specs right there in front of you. Jack Reacher, he has covered this. So, it is what it is. So, it is what it is. So, Crackdown 4 is going to be launch title. Okay, for Scarlet. That's fine. Yeah. So the Coon, world's most powerful console again. Yep, there you go. So yeah, I mean, you know. Oh, Don's gonna. There's Jay Barry. He popped back up again after eating his sandwiches. So maybe it will implode the console the same way it imploded the studio. Now y'all are just being mean. But guys, I tell you what, man, it's been fantastic here. I've been here almost an hour. So if there are no more questions, we can go ahead and shut it down. I'm just waiting to see. I'm just going through to see if there's any more. What's up, Tarasi? Great. Threadripper CPU series starts at 16 cores. The new ones do. You're correct, but not this one, not the second gen one. So again, not the second gen one. I showed it. It was only 8 to 16. But yeah. So but again, if it is 16 cores, then there you go. So there you go. That's good. So that's something else good. So that's just Triple J put it the best. Here, if there's no more questions, so which I don't think there is. Scarlet greatness awaits. There you go. I don't put these out on Twitter as well. Well, I'll put them up there on Twitter in honor of D-Batch. I'll be happy to break the Scarlet specs. So you know, so there you go. Yeah, Spartan God, but that's not our fault. Okay, that is not our fault. So you hear Sony will revealing it. Okay, well, if they do, they do. I'm not for sure. I'm more, again, that's fine if they do, but it doesn't The Last of Us come out in February. They may have a big event. I mean, for all I know, they're going to have everything announced right there, you know. So, but I'm more excited about the games that are coming out. I mean, I'm going to be playing Call of Duty. We got the Star Wars game coming out. We also got the we got Death Stranding. I mean, this is all good for me. I'm excited. So yeah, I'm going to get back. If you all don't know, here's your college football breakdowns schedule that I'm watching. So if you all want to watch these games, I recommend them. You've got the Red River Shootout, Texas versus Oklahoma. That game's at high noon. Okay, that game is at high noon. You got that going on. You got a 3:30 game in the Southeastern Conference. You got Alabama and Texas A&M. That's another good one. Okay, that I recommend that you watch. And you also in the SEC at 7 o'clock. You have LSU in Florida. Now I don't have cable, and that's the game that I really want to watch. Like I really want to watch that game. So. So let's see here. I'm trying to see if who else plays today, if anybody. South Carolina, Georgia, that'll be a good game too. Oh yeah, Alabama. I'm sorry, Florida State and Clemson. That's a sleeper. That is a sleeper game. And yeah, I'm gonna have to walk down to I'm gonna have to go somewhere to watch the LSU Florida game. It's just now that's an 8 o'clock game on ESPN. Oh man, they switched the time. Damn. All right then. Well, yeah, that's about it. But those are the games I am watching. I don't think ABC. Now NBC's got USC and Notre Dame. That's also at 7:30. So yeah. I'm gonna Miami pulls the upset on Virginia yesterday as well. So guys, I'm gonna jump on off here. I'm gonna try to jump on and play some Gears 5, and that is it. I'm gonna see if there's any Alabama Jones, Roll Tide. How you doing? What are these games that you speak? It's only Bama. Well, I'm gonna be watching that too. Okay, I'm just. Watching that too. You want Days Gone Part 2? I think you're going to get it. What do y'all think, Thrash versus Digital Foundry? I think Thrash did a good job. Look, I'm not going to say that Digital Foundry I don't have any evidence that Digital Foundry was paid off, but I will simply say this. So I'm not going to say it, but I understand if there's going to be a group of people that says those guys got paid off. Okay. I'm not going to say it, but if I'm not going to say that. Okay. But if it wouldn't shock me if they were paid off. So, so that's unfortunate. So, but all right then, guys, I'm going to get on off here. I'm going to put these specs on Twitter, and then I'm going to get ready for the games. It's 10 o'clock. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Peace.